Welcome back to part 2 of our podcast. Honestly, I keep thinking about the name of the podcast. I don't have a name for it yet. Do you?
Brainstorm.
Bill Backen sent me this
Man
one thing.
Jam.
Bill Backen sent me this one thing. He's like, oh, make it like these two people. And they're older, like old weirdo people. Not weirdo, like funny people that sit down and drink and have a beer and talk about stuff. And it was just like comedy or like Ernie and Bernie or something like that.
Let's see.
It was so funny. He commented on one of the things. But anyways, do you have a name for the
I'm
podcast?
saying Man Jam.
Man Jam?
Yeah, Man Family Jam.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a little bit early.
It is early.
It's farmer time.
Yeah, it's not super early, but definitely earlier than yesterday.
Okay, welcome back to our podcast, Mama Maan.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, we're on part 2.
Hello.
Part 2 of 2. Maybe there's part 2 of 3, but part 2 of 2 right now.
Okay.
And where we left off is that you went through. I'm just gonna think that. Hopefully, I get a recap. So let me know if I missed any parts. You talked a bit about your journey of coming into the family, Canada and the family in
Into the family.
1977. This is when you started farming, right, with everybody? Or 72? Am I wrong? Just interrupt me, tell me.
86.
I came 85.
85, my bad. Oh, 77 is when we started farming, sorry.
You're not
Like
born.
family started farming.
Family started farming, yeah, we. The family started farming. And then 86 is when you came into the family and you told us a bit about how...
85.
85.
85.
85. Sorry, it's very early.
86 was my first summer.
And then
Wake up.
Wake up! You told us a bit about how you used to do the... You Grandpa, Grandma, and Dad did the hoeing for that one season when you guys got married in the strawberry field. And you guys divided all things up into 4
Month of
quadrants.
May, 86.
Yes, take it easy. And then you guys ended up going to California and Oregon on a road trip.
$500.
$500.
Dad was doing push-ups.
Yeah. I think you guys said you went
Good
for like
memory, guys.
10 days or something like that.
Yeah.
And then after that, Mom talked a bit about agritourism and how she started. And she mentioned Dorothy Anderson from Anderson Family Farms. Is that right?
Lauren, Dorothy.
Lauren, and oh, you gotta have goats. Right?
Alderacre, not Anderson.
Sorry,
Alderacre.
Alderacre. Yeah, I always do that.
Goats and llamas.
Goats and llamas is when Lauren said, "Gotta have some goats."
And llamas.
And llamas. And then after you went to PNW, the convention in Oregon, it kind of opened up your mind. All the pictures you took, and you still remember everything in regards to what happened on that tour. And then I was like, well, how do we end up inside an office which is inside the winery? And because it's a big jump from, coming and just holding your own fields and having now close to 100 employees every year, having an office, having people help us with marketing, with agritourism, with management, with farm market staff, winery staff, horticulture staff. We're so diversified, we do so many different things. And it's such a big... If you take a step back, you look like Man Farms has so many branches, right? The tree
That's
is
so true.
so many branches, right?
Yes.
And the roots, you explained about that, but now it's time to for that tree to flourish and tell us a bit about how those branches became. And, maybe you can tell us about some of the concepts that you held on to, that you've always stuck true to in regards to anything you've done for the company, or maybe how you run the family, or anything. You can talk about whatever you want. What comes to your mind?
Well, in a nutshell, recapping what you said in my wording,
Yeah.
when I came into the family, so I spent about, when you was only 2, so Gaurav was just born, we kind of moved out of the farm, completely kind of sold everything and out of the farm, just went to a small farm, 3 acres farm.
Yeah, you were saying that.
So where Dad restarted everything. We never had any machinery, just had a small farm.
1508, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's where Kushwinder and the Winder journey really started. Even though Kushwinder had many many experiences from the farming.
Yeah.
That's truly my journey started,
Sure.
like in my own word, like
Yeah,
in
yeah.
my. So you guys were small. We kind of dads, and my choice was to stay home. I was stay home mom with 4 kids, and then your grandma, my mother, came to help us when you were just 11 days old. So I did a couple of courses here, there. I had a degree from India, but and teacher's degree.
Teacher's degree.
Yeah, but it was not equivalent to nothing here. So I did upgrade with some courses, went to UFE,
That's good.
but again, it didn't help much. Like I couldn't go enough out to earn the money, and it was too much to leave the kids behind.
That's
Sure.
fair.
So
Yeah.
then the journey was, then the choice was, just stay where we are, raise our kids, and just work on the farm in the summers, and just continue selling the berries in the summer. So
Yeah.
that was generating some extra income to the family. So that just to support your dad, that was my source of bringing income to the family. My part was with the having kids around me. So dad used to go, like we stopped, I think couple of years or so, stopped farming the strawberries even. It was just raspberries. We restarted. It took a couple of years. We were not farming.
When did you plant the raspberries in the back? Were they always there or no?
I think it was 95.
No. I remember picking up the rocks.
Yeah.
But that was probably afterwards when we replanted.
Yes.
Yeah.
The farm was full of rocks.
Yeah. There's
I
lots of
remember
rocks.
Brina used to say, "Oh, I don't know, Mom, but what happened? That neighbors, I think at night they just throw the rocks in our field because every day when we go to collect the rocks, there was new rocks, always new rocks."
Yeah.
She was I think 8 or 10. She was thinking, "Oh, that's gotta be something. Somebody is doing something." Okay,
Yeah.
anyhow. So
Don't get dug into the rocks. Keep going with the story.
with the story.
Yeah, you have a plan with what you're saying.
Yes. So we every year for 6 to 8 weeks, we sold the berries. 3-4 years we kind of buy and sell and make some money out of it. Kept you busy on the farm in the summer holidays, and every year after summer we have taken you to the summer vacation.
All of us, not just me.
Not all of you.
Yeah,
all,
that's right.
All the family.
So we never used to have a summer vacation. I think a lot of the farmers' kids, when they're growing up, this is usually what ends up happening. Is that
That's
their
right.
summer vacation is spent on the farm,
Yeah.
helping the farmers do the things that are associated with farming.
Yeah.
But because of us, we had bosses, not mom and dad, because you guys had a boss too, and we still have a boss to this day. And you know what that boss is, right?
Yeah, what do you mean?
The customers.
Of course.
So the customers expect us to be there every day,
Every summer.
have those berries in
Yes.
the morning and in the evening.
Correct.
So we didn't have no summer life.
No.
No, that's when we
Well,
used to.
that choice we took. Kind of
Yeah.
like that, the choice we made. We were happy because end of the day.
I don't know
we're-
about that.
Well,
I think
I
that
know.
mom and dad were happy because they kind of run the life, and the kids had to do what the mom and dad did.
Of
But
course.
obviously, kids wanted to do something else with their summertime opposed to selling strawberries in a freaking fruit stand all day and picking
In
the
the
nose.
rain.
Yeah, literally,
In the hot
nobody
weather.
would show up. We want to go home. We want to go home.
And that moldy berry stand.
Yeah,
Put a blanket on the ground.
obviously good memories,
The red
no regrets,
blanket
but
you
like
put on
still.
the ground.
That's part of a journey. Okay.
You flip over the flats and have lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
and
part of a
roasting
journey.
corn under the tree. At the fire.
Almost lighting the maple tree on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And having just the phone line in the small dinky fruit stand.
Yeah.
And always every minute calling. There was no use to cell phones, right?
Yeah.
And people used to call, and we used to talk to your dad's cell phones came in '93. Those are good memories.
Yeah. This is good
Okay,
memories.
all right.
Anyways,
Anyways,
so
at
we
the
started there. Go ahead.
The home property, we planted the raspberries.
Uh-huh.
When did you guys build the berry stand that was there? The old one. Was that
Oh,
always there?
we took from 1136 when we moved from here.
Yeah.
We took the fruit stand with us.
Yeah, I remember they
we
picked it up.
we kind of disassemble
Yeah,
and then assembled
I see.
at the property.
I see. Because remember that fruit stand? There's
Yes.
a small tree behind it,
Mhm.
and then we had the fruit stand.
Yeah.
And then
We
what
have-
happened to that fruit stand over there? You guys build a new one?
Then because then the Gale was saying, "Oh, your customers are coming," and they're just standing
Gale.
and not knowing where the man farm's gone. Look, we never used to have our name either. We never. Do you remember me?
Oh, I know.
Me and Dad gave the name. Like
Man
so,
Farms?
Man
Or just-
Farms, right?
It's
We
a
never
strawberry-
used to have
strawberry
it was
farm.
strawberry fruit stand. That's what people knew us. Like there's a fruit. They never knew about nothing about the family or like Brown family. The East Indian
That's
people.
real
grow-
branding right there.
Yeah,
Mm.
kind of like that was it. Even on our signs, there was no branding or anything, and the customer used to come and tell us. I still remember the customer. He still comes to us. He told me, Crow's Farm. You need to like even like he talked to me. He said Crow's Farm. Their signs are all same. People can follow. It's easier for them to. Like I never went to marketing school or anything. It was just people come and share their experiences, and we kind of learned out of
Trial and error.
trial and error.
Yeah, but then tell me about entrepreneurship, because I feel like entrepreneurship is when that hit you is when you guys moved to the new fruit stand. It was just you and Dad,
Yeah.
right? And you started planting those raspberries, and you built that fruit stand over there, or you brought the one from over there and you put it there.
Mhm.
And then you said you started making money,
Yes.
right? So when
Yeah.
you start making money, things change.
Why do we build a bigger stand?
Well, then always.
And 1508, we built that bigger.
Right. Yeah, because that was we always needed to have a cooler there, right? So
Yeah.
what do you do with the berries left over?
Yeah.
And I want to have the ice cream parlor there. My dream was to
Oh.
have a produce store, or my dream was to sell local veggies, and we needed a washroom right there, and so we don't have to go back to the house, right? So we had a cooler, washroom, ice cream parlor, some vegetables we were selling, and then you guys still was not interested sometime to stay at the fruit stand to sell the berries, and Dad put the TV there. Do you guys remember?
Mm-hmm.
Remember? Okay, wait. Remember when there was Channel 2
Yes.
and there was a guy on the TV?
Mm,
Remember we had a commercial on there?
okay.
It was the ice cream commercial.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
You remember that?
Oh, it was your voice. Was
It's on
Yeah,
voice.
that was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
TV ad we did. TV guide.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
called
yeah,
TV
yeah.
guide. Like I spent about $1,200 or so. The guy came and quoted at our dining table.
Yeah.
And it was Gaura's voice. Mom, I want ice cream cone.
yeah. That was actually
That
so
was
good.
Gaura remember because that's
Yeah,
his voice.
So
Okay.
funny.
So, but then, like we built it a bigger one. That was the red and white building was my kind of like I want people to remember where they've been, and it was more like a landmark for
Why
us.
did you want ice cream parlor?
It was what I seen like it was almost like it was berries and ice cream, and people it gives people to come to the fruit stand for different reasons.
Like, there's ice cream parlors all around the world. They're all successful, right? So sorry, it's not all successful. There's successful ice cream parlors all around the world, right? There's some in Vancouver that are like world known. I know there's one which has Italian ice cream.
For sure.
And how do you compare? Like, what when you look back and you look at your ice cream journey, because obviously you had an ice cream journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does it make you think? Like, do you have regrets? Do you feel like you should have done something differently?
it was
Or-
nice. It used to bring a different kind of customers
Yeah.
to the farm. Before it used to be older, middle-aged to older people. Our berry, like they appreciate the fresh berries, and younger generation never used to come. But having the ice cream there, and then younger generation used to come, especially Albert Dyke Lake
Yeah.
next to us. So me and Dad used to put the signs all over, man's ice cream, kind of like
Ice cream farm, yeah.
and they
Oh.
many. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Young people.
They walked.
Yes,
Yeah, I
young
remember.
people used to come, and we had a couple of tables in the front and all
With the
that.
set. But then tell me about, so like, I love ice cream too, right?
Mhm.
I remember we used to eat so much ice cream. I think I used to eat so much ice cream because we used to just work at the fruit stand. I didn't eat anything else, just ice cream. And I would get tired during the day because I had no other nutrients in my body besides milk. My vitamin C was so high, or the vitamin D, vitamin C. What do you get from milk? Whatever, vitamin calcium. Yeah. So it was so high from the freaking milk, but why did I say vitamin C? But the thing is,
in orange ice cream.
Don't like. I remember when we went to freaking that one farm in Cincinnati, not Cincinnati, Connecticut. Where they had the big orchards and they did ice cream. They had ice cream machines and it was like an apple farm.
They had tulips.
Bellwood? No, it wasn't Bellwood. They had a winery there too. Small little winery.
The big tall guy who came to NAFTA here.
Oh, I don't know.
No,
is it Randy or Steve?
Starts with B or something.
Yeah, Bottomwood, Bellwood, or
no,
it's like, not Bellwood Acres, but it's Apple Bottom or something like that. It has an apple in the logo.
It's huge.
Massive.
We drove the bus. They had fields everywhere.
Yeah, they have fields everywhere.
Yeah.
And so they did ice cream really well from when I saw it, because they had their own ice cream machines. They had people that used to make ice cream machines for them. Make the ice cream for them, and they knew, like they were the employees, but they loved making ice cream. There's so many different flavors, and it was in a tub. They sold it as cones. I think they even made sundaes. They had like pumpkin pie flavor, apple pie flavor, all these different things, because people love ice cream.
Yeah,
love ice cream.
My journey where I seen the bigger parlor.
Yeah.
It was Tillamook. Tillamook. In Oregon. Do you guys remember?
Bishop's Orchard.
Yeah, Bishop's.
Yeah, Bishop's is huge.
Okay. There's a Bishop family farm in
Bishop
Sacramento
Orchard.
as well.
Bishop Orchard.
Yeah. Okay. So where I seen was there's a co-op, Tillamook Co-op in Oregon. But then they have ice cream parlor. So big, like people ordering. There's so many people serving ice cream. Anyhow. Cars and cars, I still remember. That's
where you kind of got inspired by it?
That's what got inspired by.
But like, when I get excited, like I'm excited about the ice cream now, right? But I get excited about entrepreneurship in general. When you look at ice cream and creating a service and a product like Bishop's Orchard, right? There's obviously a few characteristics that you need, that are like things that you have to have for that to be successful, right? One is obviously the equipment, right? Number two would be the intelligence. Intelligence meaning like the know-how of actually how to make the ice cream, the training the person, right? And then the later on, obviously, it's the distribution and where you put it, etc. And the product as well, right? The product has to be, of course.
Yeah.
So but why isn't that something that, maybe it is, but do you think that's something that you would ever want to recreate?
We had only 3 acres of land. Then that means you had to buy more land to grow bigger. You need a bigger fruit stand. You need a bigger land to grow more berries. Then in our back of our head, I was always looking for opportunity to buy the land. So remember yesterday we covered about Charlie Hoffman.
Yeah.
So that was like we thought this is the perfect land of piece of land
where we're sitting right now.
Where we're sitting now, that was kind of dream come true kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was in our dream to buy this land. That's again the same journey. I repeat my words. It's just God put the thoughts in our mind to buy this property.
Yeah.
But then it took few years to buy this property. It didn't happen right away.
Yeah. Continue.
So we ended up buying this property. We were looking for plans and all that. I went to 2007 for my PNW tour. I still remember what I seen. I just portrait on piece of paper and give to our architect. Actually, they were
plans for what?
Plans to make the fruit stand.
For this where we are right now.
Where we are.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, whatever the window say, just build it. Kind of like that's what we kind of went through.
Sure.
So Sean, we found a contractor who was going to build. And then we built all the plans. We took it to cities. He said, no. All over, no. Because they said you have to start the plans over. You have to have a certified stamp from the architect. So here we already lost $4,000-5,000 making the plans from a draft man or something, and which Sean, who was our contact, he suggested, and then so we restarted again the plans, and then when we went to city, and then we discovered other things before even going to city, we were trying to find out how big we can build and all that. City of Abbotsford, into their books, we were allowed to have only very small area, very, very small. They were going not for the, doesn't matter how much land you have, they were just going the piece of the acres of the piece, that's what happened to our 1508 Townlands fruit stand. We couldn't build it bigger.
I remember, yeah.
Because the pushback from the city, you're not allowed
to put a wall in there, remember?
Yes,
yeah, we'll
yes,
put a wall in there,
yeah. Anyhow, those are just learning curves. Anyhow, so then where was I? So we
talk about building the
correct.
Building,
then
you paid for
yeah. In 2006 or 7, we went to, there was Circle Farm tour, like the brochure got born into 2005 or something, or maybe 4 or something.
Okay.
And then my wish was to go into there. A lady who was running that Circle Farm tour brochure, she kind of helped me. She said, yeah, you should be. You guys offer berries, and we are looking for more partners, and you should be in the Circle Farm tour brochure. And of course we want to. And then it happened. There was a meeting. We went to Campbell's, and we discovered out of Campbell's they had a bigger fruit stand. We said, what? You guys have only 5 acres and you're building this big fruit stand? How city has allowed you? They said, because we have a winery.
Yeah.
And that opened our eyes, kind of thing. What? Then we went to city and we looked at the books, and there you go. Instead of 200 square feet or whatever, you can build 1,000 square feet, or like, it was a big jump of the area we are allowed to build.
Yeah.
So that's where our journey started, to have the winery.
Yeah.
Make wine.
It's crazy.
We had to do things, but it makes it happen. So that's where the journey came, and so we revised our plans. We hired a person. What is his name? Charlie?
No.
Bill.
No.
William. Yeah.
No. It was
older gentleman who used to make wine.
Oh, his name was Bill.
Bill Finley.
It was Bill
Finley.
Finley.
But what about the younger kid? What was his name?
He was from Fort Wine Company.
Yeah, but I liked him. What was his name?
Cody,
right?
Cody
He was
came
great.
after. Cody came afterwards. So Bill Finley, he filed our papers.
He did everything.
He did everything, and then we were not even corporate farm. Our name was not registered or something.
Yeah.
Then we had to go through that. There's almost 2 years. Took maybe more than that to become a legal winery. But then it was in the process. City proved it. Yes, we are turning into winery. They allowed us to build a bigger.
Yeah.
That was whole entrepreneurship kind of learning journey, and making decisions on based what we know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then we revised our plans, and we have to involve every aspect. We have to involve city and certified engineers. Everything has to be stamped, and then of course there was something inside. We want to build a beautiful building.
Of course.
And we spent our all lifelong investments, lifelong savings,
earnings
or savings on that building, and it took. We started 2009 to build, and then we used our gravel. We'll talk about episode on this property one day, Amir.
Yeah, we should do that.
So we kind of built it, and city always come. A different inspector used to come and say, "Oh no," so that we used to revise, and took us 3-4 years, and then we hired a chef Michael Dix came in the
What are you
picture.
looking at me for?
We hired even
I'm
a
listening to everything.
manager Dave, or I don't know what his name. So it didn't work out. People don't see
Yeah.
what you see in your head.
That's true.
And so we let go, they let go us, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was hurting, but we stayed with our idea. We didn't. Nothing has been kind of like there was always walls in our way, but we always climbed over the walls. That's what. This is how our culture is. We make things happen.
That's true.
We make things happen, and Dad always have been taught you all this, like it's things do come in your way, thick or thin. You have to stay together and keep working so that's our journey. So then big fire came. We'll talk next episode.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet?
No, you're not. I got lots to talk about. I just been letting you talk because I think that maybe in 50, 60 years when I listen to this, it'll be nice to hear what you have
I
to
was
say.
thinking about it yesterday.
I just wanted you to talk.
Okay.
But you're wondering what to talk about next.
You want to talk about the fire?
I got lots.
Okay, you.
I want to go back to the ice cream.
Why don't you make pizza ice cream?
No, I just think ice cream is a good concept for us to kind of focus on because then because now you're talking about management, right? You talked about so many different things. You talked about Dad managing all the different types of fruit stands, right? That's the concept of management. You talked about growth, about how to have multiple fruit stands and then growing into a larger fruit stand. You talked about policies and bylaws and obstacles that you run into when you grow, right? But the one thing that has been important for my past 2 years, my personally, and also as we grow, it gets more and more important. I see it more often, is becoming a better manager.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I keep saying it to you guys every day, all the time. Become better manager. Become better manager. Why you keep touching me, dude?
You hit the table. It's boom, boom.
Stop! Don't worry.
1-to-1 meetings.
Um,
Every so often.
But
Yeah.
one-on-one meetings. But listen, I'm interested to know why you think that some people who were managers in your path didn't work out. I'm interested to know if you were to redo ice cream and look at it, how do you think that it would work?
Like that.
Because, like, for example, remember you said to me last week that you were interested in saying, you told me that you want to hire people on a contract basis, right? You should hire these people, put them on a contract basis, say this is how much it is, $2,000 for this much period, right? You get paid. These are your goals that you have to achieve. You achieve these goals and you get a commission or whatever it is, you know what I mean, on top. What if you were to hire someone for ice cream?
Well,
You have ice cream experience.
I
Jane,
do.
you hire Jane. She has ice cream experience. Jane has these are the machines that I want to buy. I want you to come on a term for 2 years to learn these machines 100%. At the end of your 2-year term, I want you to teach the next Jane to take over for you. And your goal is to take this ice cream and take it to the next level. This is how much I'm willing to pay, and this is how many hours I expect, and this is what I expect for you to have created by these times. Is that something that you like? Is that what does that make in your sense? Like, I'm just thinking from a manager perspective, right?
It does not click in my mind having giving a job. Okay, you're mixing two things.
Sure.
When you're saying having a person on contract base, yes, they can do the paperwork. That's my understanding. If they can do the paperwork, they can achieve the things what you are trying them to go get working in the office is different working in a floor. You cannot create another entrepreneurship or another business under, like ice cream is a different business, but I'm saying, how are you going to divide it? Like, you hire a person who you run the ice cream. Maybe if it's like my dream is in a bigger picture, I want to turn this whole farm. Like, I went to goats on the farm.
Goats on the roof.
Goats on the roof in Island. What is their farm name?
It's called Goats on the Roof.
In Vancouver Island?
Yes.
They call it Goats on the Roof.
No, there's a name for that. Anyhow, so they behind their fruit stand or behind their main building, there's multiple
Businesses?
small business shops. almost like going in a bazaar, like we went to Japan or any other.
Sure,
It's
country.
like a village.
Yeah,
Like a
almost like a village,
Yeah.
like a local people selling multiple things.
Yeah.
That's my dream.
No, I understand. You have these big dreams, right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with us doing those things and focusing our time towards those.
Mhm.
All I'm saying is that you have to invest into people. We have to learn how. I'm not saying you. I'm
Yeah.
saying we have to learn how to invest, train, and then teach these people, and then take them on our journey.
Of course, like any.
So this is what Mark Saunders told me when we were at St. Louis. You find the right people. They have to have a couple of good characteristics. They have to be loyal, genuine, hardworking, and then some common things that that you see that in good people. And then if they're willing to learn, you can train them to do anything and bring them on their journey. Make sure their life needs are being met, right? How much pay they're gonna get. Do they need health benefits? Are they gonna have a kid? Do they need maternity leave? Stuff like that. Everybody goes through because we're just human. We all have the same patterns, right? And then take them on your journey.
Wow.
So maybe if that's a contract basis, so I just want to touch on that contract basis with you again. Like, why do you not think
I
that?
don't know.
Don't
It's
touch your
still.
coffee. I like it when it sits
It's
there.
just gonna fall. So it's still, I don't know, in my mind it still does not click and it does not make sense having a person selling ice cream and I have nothing to do with it. I don't want to lose the control in my market. Let's put this way.
Lose the control of what?
Well, somebody else, you're saying, oh, you get this percentage and this
Oh, okay. I understand. Maybe you have bonuses then, Devinder. Jane is still an employee of yours, right? But opposed to you setting her hours, she just has deadlines to meet. And the deadlines can be like, before strawberry season starts, Jane, you have to have developed these 4 different types of ice creams. You have to have the packaging organized. You have to have the design ready to go. And we'll meet on a consistent basis to do these things. I don't care how many hours you set towards these things. And if you don't do it, Jane, you're not going to get paid. It's your job to do this. It's like building a house.
Yeah, in my
You know?
head, what I want
It's like
to do-
hiring Sean. Sean, you're going to get paid $100,000 to build a store. Sean says, okay, I can build it by this time. Okay, Sean, but if you don't build it, I'm not going to pay you. That's understandable.
That doesn't work always.
Do you understand what I'm saying,
Sean
though?
has bills to pay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
Of course.
Yes.
How do you see that then? How do you see the ice cream becoming a part of something bigger? Because you don't, Mom, what you've told me is that earlier you didn't focus time on ice cream. You decided to focus time on areas where there's more higher margins, right? Be it making your berries that you're growing, the raspberry berries.
If I have to rediscover the ice cream business, this is how I will do. I'll have remember a farmer told us, Dad talked to him, there's a machine you can buy for $20,000.
Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor.
Yeah, I know who that
Yeah,
is.
you just throw your own berries or fruit into the machine and it becomes the fruit ice cream. I love anything what we grow and mix with different ideas and then just serve that. Or maybe strawberry sundaes only. Or blueberry sundaes.
Sure. I agree with everything
And
you're saying.
rather than doing a scooping ice cream, it's a side business kind of thing, and making it our own experience rather than we need to have the right plates or right serving utensils and all that. We have to rediscover everything,
Yeah.
rebrand it, and
Mom, yeah, ideas you have
Mhm.
are excellent. It's beautiful.
Okay.
I'm 100% ready to do it.
Okay.
Right? Let's
We'll
do
do
it.
it.
100%. But the problem is,
Mm-hmm.
who is gonna
Yes,
do it?
That's
what I'm trying to get at
That's
for
a
you.
million
That's-
dollar.
That's who's gonna do it and how are we gonna have them do it?
That's
Go
a
ahead.
million
Okay,
dollar question.
I feel like that's one of the problems. Is part of the equation. The other part of the equation, you don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to do the investment, right? So you have to look at different ways to accomplish these goals by doing a small, inexpensive test. You understand what I'm talking about?
Mm.
Like Tim Ferriss always talks about, you can test anything that you do that for a cheap price. For example, like you're gonna make the fruit ice cream. Why don't we just start making 20 scoops a day and see how fast they sell out?
Making 20 scoops a day?
Like the fruit ice cream, like I'm just saying, figure out a way to make it cheap for a certain period of time. If it works, now you know you can invest into more of it. Like that's how you test things. You understand? if you want to, like, I don't know if you have another idea. Say you want to sample fudge, and it's too expensive to sample fudge. Maybe get one of the students to come in, sample fudge for free for a month to see if the sales take off.
That's
Right.
a great answer.
Right? So like
Isn't that a great answer?
the problem is a lot of things is you don't know if it's gonna cost you money because you've never done it before. It's the thing about doing something new. No one wants to do something new because they're happy with what they have, but they don't know because it might backfire.
What do you
Risk.
think?
Well, me and Dad bought a yogurt machine. Just what is that?
It's still sitting at the house.
Yes, let's try that. So we have a
Let's try
yogurt
that.
machine. It's like computer high.
I know.
It's big. It's not too huge.
Yeah, it's pucks.
All you do is buy some frozen pucks, or I can make the yogurt at home. That's no problem. So make your own yogurt, and then throw your own fruit, frozen fruit, and what it does is just spins it and crushes it, mixes it, and then you eat. Give the experience to the customers. So
Hi, NAFTA, my friends. Would you like Mama Maan to implement this yogurt machine? And if it works, we can do another podcast on it.
Let us know.
Want your feedback.
well, yes.
Are you thinking about implementing it? Is it difficult for you to do it?
Not really. We can do it. We can do it.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Like just do it on weekends,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
But the thing is, Mom, that I'm really trying to get at is the mindset when you're looking at it from an entrepreneur perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You have a million ideas a day. We always have ideas. You sit down here and I can tell you so many ideas. Like, for example, we had a good meeting about kettle corn and
Mm-hmm.
expanding kettle corn. And then you talked about contract basis at that time too, right? And so it's just the process of what Gaurav's saying. He's looking from the different perspective of how to actually execute. It's not the idea itself where you have beautiful ideas, right? There's so many things that we can do.
Yeah,
But it's how to actually package it up and start
right.
creating it.
Yes.
That's where you separate the people with the ideas and the people that actually do the ideas.
Right.
That's how you separate.
That's how it is. Yeah. I think anything is possible. You have to put your mind into it and come up with some ideas, put it on a piece of paper, and try with it. If it doesn't work, like we are the people who are experiencing, okay, this is not working, then we can make changes according to it. Just the other day there was issues about raising people's wages and all that. Then Green helped us, finding out, because Green has outsourced experience rather than just being at Man Farm. She has corporate experience.
Yeah.
She gave her 2 cents of her wisdom, right? So that helped, having a different outside experience. So she did beautifully. Gaurav did help.
Which example are you talking about?
Say Tanveer's idea.
Yeah, she definitely helped with that.
It did.
She did. Yeah.
It did help. It worked, right?
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, same thing. You have to put your heads together, and so it just starting things is always harder.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be easy to start things unless you have a cookie cutter, that kit is ready for you to just almost like puzzle pieces. But you have to start somewhere, and the starting is harder. But things will come slowly.
Yeah.
Then?
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Amir is not just talking about ice cream, he's talking about different things. Like ice cream is like an example.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? So,
I know. This is how it is. I think we're a family of smart people, I always say, because I want you guys to believe we are smart people, okay? So I don't want you to feel cocky about it. Like God has sent us on the earth with a purpose. Our purpose is to solve problems, and we're providing the employment to so many people, right? So we're trying to grow and also employ so many customers. We're feeding so many families, right, through our entrepreneurship. Seems like you guys are lost.
No, I
I'm
agree with
listening.
everything you're saying.
Listen.
Yes.
I agree with everything. You have to believe it to achieve it.
Yes,
I believe that I
yes,
can do these
we-
things. 100%. It's not
yes.
about being cocky.
What Dad always tell you guys have been put in a place in front of people, serving people, learning out of our journey, out of they coming to us demanding the berries and providing the fresh berries and talking to them. I still remember we hired a 15 or 16 years old Mennonite girl. She came to our fruit stand to work, a lovely girl, and a customer gave the $100 bill.
Tip.
No, there was no
Pay
tip.
for something.
No.
Oh, okay.
Pay for something.
Okay, yeah.
And she was so surprised to see a $100 bill
Yeah,
because she never seen a $100 bill before.
yeah.
But in your life, when you born, you seen $100 bill
Millions
like
of times.
million
That's very
times, kind
true.
of not million times, 1,000 times.
We wish a million times.
Right,
Yeah.
we wish, right. So I'm just saying, your experience of growing up was totally different than any kid sitting in
That's
an
very
apartment or sitting in a city life.
I agree.
And so interacting with the people, that's the journey. Anybody, it makes you I should say perfect, but it takes you next level. Interacting with customer services and all that. People don't have that skill. People don't know how to react or how to help others, how to be helpful kind of thing. Like people don't have that. They're just central. They are so center focused kind of thing. And for especially I'm talking with the kids, like they don't know the outside world, what you seen when you were growing up. So that's the plus sign for you guys to be, and maybe some genes as well. That made you guys smart.
Yeah.
Smart
Yeah.
genes.
My father was very, very helpful, very highly kind of
Educated,
well,
respected.
very highly respected person. And I seen him helping the community, what it came to me.
Yeah.
And now I see in all of you, especially Prina, when she went to go do the social services, right?
Yeah.
That was, I kind of like I seen my father's doings, helping people, kind of like through me, and she is doing it like helping other people, kind of like in journey. So anyhow, so it's
That's
just
good.
it's all, we are good people.
Oh yeah, we're very lucky.
We're very lucky.
Especially us, like the kids are very lucky.
I think we were
Right.
lucky as the parents as well, because you kind of stayed with closer to us, and that's any parents want to see, raising
Yeah.
their kids closer to them, and not letting them to be on the street vulnerable and exposed to many like bad things happening in our society.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, what's next for Devinder and Chris?
Well, we still want to be part of this entrepreneurship.
But it feels like you're saying, oh, my kids are smart. I don't need to do it anymore.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. But we want to definitely make our choices, like where we want to invest ourselves or not. Like we want to have a little bit of freedom.
What's what is that in your mind?
What's that in mind?
Yeah, you got a good 50 years in front of you. So what are you gonna look at?
Well, now we are moving next to on our farm property,
Yeah.
closer to our this farm. So that will help us, so we can go in and out from the house. That's rather than driving 5-7 minutes. So right now we can walk 5-7
Go
minutes.
take a nap and come back.
Come back fresh and new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only see that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, like when we're tired, when we have we're not in season. When we're in season,
It's not tiring.
it's not
No,
tiring.
no.
It's beautiful to see the customers come and they are filling your day.
Yeah. It's
see
nice to have a busy day.
busy day.
It's nice because like when we were in Tokyo and Japan and we did all the things, it was nice. But if we weren't doing anything, I was like bored. I
Yeah.
felt
Yeah.
lethargic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
then
didn't
you
continue-
start to get tired.
Yeah,
and
you feel like
cranky.
fat and you don't feel good.
Yeah, you don't feel
Yeah.
good. yeah, having a nice busy day in summer or fall is you feel something achieved.
100%.
You
True.
feel achieved, and yeah, it's a beautiful.
Yeah.
And people are dreaming. That's what your dad always say. Like people, what the life we have, people dream about.
Yeah.
They wants to get the life what we have, and we were in city of Abbotsford, and then that's the one sentence that we were hearing from all the 20 people, 5 people's higher officers meeting when we went there.
Yeah.
They receive so many calls. People wants to do what mans are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're blessed.
Yeah.
We're blessed, and we're thankful to the community, thankful to the God,
No, it's cool.
and thankful for the health and all the effort we do.
No, I
Yeah.
think about it all the time. We've done a lot of things.
Yeah, we've done.
Just, I'm only 26, and look at all the things that I've done.
Good.
Yeah, it's true.
A lot of things.
Good.
But me personally, right? Gaurav's done so many things. You've done
Yes.
so many things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
great.
So true.
It's great.
I
So
mean,
true.
like, yeah, I went through business school.
Yeah.
You expect other kids in the class to know what you know, and
Yeah.
when you talk, you feel like they're relating to you, but sometimes they have no idea what you're talking about.
That's
Exactly.
true,
right?
Yeah.
So
That's true.
that's
They
like-
haven't lived it.
And like that's for me, that's like it's an asset. It's also a disconnect because how do you get them on your level?
You don't need to be on the level.
I know, but the thing is, like, how do you educate them? Like when when a new employee comes in, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to fill them with fluff. Like, how do you get to the same point? Like, I'm just talking rambling.
Yeah.
Right now. Just
Well,
like-
I still do agree that there's people that are, if people do 80% of the job that you can do, you
Of
should
course.
be happy with that.
Of course.
Number two is that there's people who are perfect storms, that they can do a lot of things that you can do,
Of course.
but they're very rare.
100%.
And then there's people who you just hire for specific jobs,
Yeah,
and a majority of people you hire for specific jobs.
100%.
And there's some people who you just hire for filler positions because you just need them to clean the washrooms. Like
That's
that's just how people are.
Yeah.
It's not bad to say, it's not, I don't feel like being rude, but
No, of course.
some people just have their position and that's who they are. But then they're happy too.
Yeah,
It's what they want.
100%.
If when you look from a perspective as a business owner, you see all the people in different positions in your company, you can kind of judge them in regards to where they are and how intelligent they are. But that's your perspective. On their own internal perspective, they might say, "Oh my God, I feel great to come
Yeah.
to work,
Yeah.
have a job, even though that I'm cleaning washrooms or doing whatever. People enjoy these washrooms, and I'm gonna clean the best washrooms that I ever had. And they have a good day too, don't you think?
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's just
We
the
provide
perspectives.
them the opportunities.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's just
yeah,
the perspectives. That's all it is.
Yeah. Mhm.
But I still do think that there's so many possibilities for us to, because remember we started this conversation on branches. Our branches are all over the place, right? We have so many good ideas, but if we become better managers and better trainers, evaluators, and people who can create better expectations for our employees, we will become more free as employers, and we will become more we will grow. We will just generally grow.
Yeah, yeah.
I think freedom comes from, like what Jocko Willink says, discipline. If you have discipline to get your shit done and be on the right path, then you're free. You're 100%, your mind is not like, oh shit, I should have done that. Or I should have done that.
Yeah.
So if I make a list and I do all the things for that day, I feel like, man, I've accomplished something for that day. And I look back and I say, damn, there's that one thing that I needed to do. And I didn't do it, but still I've done all these things. I can do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's still fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think if you want to talk about that aspect, I would just ask mom, may ask dad later, how did you let go of certain problems of business to your kids?
Sure.
Because in some way that's like managing.
That's a really good
right?
question.
That's like managing new employees
Wow.
because like an employee comes in, there's no reason why they can't be as smart as your kid,
Yep.
right? So how did you do that? Like obviously it's not, you don't just do it, right?
I guess employees versus our own kids, it's you guys have lived many seasons with us. You have the experience background
Yeah.
which employee will not have.
Yeah.
Maybe they will have, so some of them, but then the journey you have gone through have taught you what you've seen is, even though you never done things, but they have taught you to bring to us all together onto this level. So us believing in you, providing the floor to you to experience, And say if I talk about Amir only, Amir, after going to the agriculture school, so dad kind of let him to experience the growing the all different crops his own way. If dad would not have believed in him and like not letting him to make some mistakes, this is not where Amir would have been. If dad had been discouraged him, no, you're still learning, you're gonna ruin my crops or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have done or not.
I have a couple times. I've made big mistakes.
Let's not talk
Big
about
mistakes.
it. Let's not talk about that.
Okay, things are GoPros going cycles, so that's enough for us.
Alright.
Okay, everybody has a good day.
Okay, bye guys. See you
Thank
later.
you.
Talk to you guys later. Cheers.
Nafma.